Hello guys, got my coffee. Settling in to talk about episode 13, The Telltale Heart. First I'm going to read you what it's basically going to be about. Betty turns to Jughead for help when the consequences of a hasty decision come back to haunt her. Now, if you read this, for help when the consequences of a hasty decision come back to haunt her. So I don't think it has anything to do with the dead body that was in the Cooper house at the end of episode 12. I think it's more along the lines of the webcam. Perhaps someone found out who she is and is threatening to tell or blackmailing her. Or someone found out again where she lives and came to her house, and wanted to, whatever, So I feel like that whole part, Jughead's going to be helping her, I think, with the webcam kind of stuff, not the murder itself. I don't think that's going to be the decision that comes back to haunt her. I think it's the webcam, but then again, that's really quick, so if that is the truth. Veronica organizes a face-to-face meeting after tensions between Hiram, FP, and Jughead spiral out of control. Okay, so the only thing I like about this is Jughead and Veronica are going to be in a scene together, so, super excited about that. Like, I'm super hyped. I think I might post this on YouTube because it might be a little long because I researched a lot, so I don't know. If you don't want to watch it, it's okay. It's no biggie, but I'm going to go on. So, because I was going through some of the group chats, and I want to say the person's name. I don't want to get it, at Victoria _ wait, let me get it right, because I don't like not getting it right. No, I'm not going to be able to find it. Okay. I wrote it down. Okay, here it is. At Victoria 106. I think _. Okay, well, anyways, she put in the group chat that Veronica was gonna possibly meet Hot Dog, the dog, I guess, because she's gonna be in his trailer in episode 13. And I was like, what? Wait, what? I was like, alright. Need to get on my computer, need to do some research, need to see what's going on here, because I need to say my piece. So, I have so many tabs open, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so, Veronica, again, trying to mediate the situation, because as you know, Hiram and Jughead are very much butting heads. And I don't really think this meeting's gonna do anything. I mean, I think FP's gonna be like, Jughead, control yourself, like, just listen to what he has to say, let's keep it civil. But really, Jughead's gonna be like, thinking in the back of his mind, fuck you, I'm going to take you down and destroy everything you love like you're destroying everything I love. So, yeah, that's what I think. But it's going to be very interesting to see Hiram, FP, Jughead, and then, of course, Veronica's there. So she's going to be the mediator in the situation along with FP because he doesn't want to create drama. He's trying to be a better person, keep a low profile, that kind of shit. And Hiram, the way he talks, how he tries to just charm everyone and speak like so perfectly to where it's like convincing you that he's right. And it's like, that's not FP and Jughead. They don't fall for that kind of shit. So I'm interested to see what he's gonna say, like what exactly deal, if they come to a deal, like what kind of deal are they gonna come to, if they even would, because I don't know if Jughead would be opposed to that, because Jughead tends to want to stick by what he thinks is right and what he believes in, and he's not one easily bought, but it depends on what they're offering, I guess, if he is offering anything. So I'm definitely excited for Jughead and Veronica to actually just be in a scene together, because it really, yes, I do ship them together, and I do want them as a couple, but I so badly want a friendship between Veronica and Jughead. Even though Veronica is helping... Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Even though Veronica is helping her family essentially destroy Jughead's home, I still do... And she is basically hurting someone she calls her friend, Jughead, I still want them to have a friendship. And I know it's still early, but I would really love for every episode we get a little more something, or every 3 episodes, or even every 4, something, just get a little something, and we do here and there, but I would really like to get a lot more scenes of them together and that kind of friendship, because they've had a chance to develop a friendship, but it kind of cut short with Betty and Jughead getting together and Archie and Veronica getting together and their complications, their problems with her home life. And so they didn't really get to develop that kind of friendship. So that's what I'm mostly looking forward to. I really think they would make really great friends. And I feel like those two would be the Archie and Betty. Like, they would be like Archie and Betty, whereas they could confide in each other about anything and not be judged or feel like they're going to tell anybody. I just feel like it'd be a great friendship, and I really want to see that as we move forward. I mean, of course, I want them together too, but if that does never happen, then that's okay. But if they do get a friendship started, that's definitely an A+ in my book. So we will see how that goes. Now, let's see. Elsewhere, Archie is forced to make a tough decision after Agent Adams takes things one step too far. Okay. Okay. I watched the preview trailer for 213, right? And in it is a little like... You read this and then you watch the trailer and it's kind of like, are you sure these are the same episodes we're talking about, right? You know, I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But, okay, so he's forced to make a tough decision. Well, Archie, you really haven't done anything to begin with. No offense. Yes, you did agree to do this, but you're not really giving any information you have out. I mean, yes, you saved a man's life, but you also killed another man. Not intentionally, but you did. You know, you're connected to that. No, the FBI found that out. You, too, would be in trouble. Like... See, right there, that's another reason why being with Veronica isn't the best thing. And his dad being involved as well, which his dad's not involved in this dirty shit. He's just part of it, which he doesn't know half the stuff going on. He's just included when they feel like they want to include him. But, so Agent Adams takes things one step too far. Now, in the trailer for 213, you can see that Archie has a... envelope of money. I'm thinking maybe he's running an errand for Hiram. Did I said that right? Errand, yeah. For Hiram, perhaps. Or, yeah, that's what I thought when I see the money, is maybe he's doing something for Hiram, or maybe Hiram paid him for his internship, since Veronica did say she doesn't want him part of it anymore. Maybe he let him go and gave him the money as, you know, thank you and stuff like that. And maybe that causes Agent Adams to take things... Well, no, because... Yeah, it might cause Agent Adams to take things too far. I don't know how... It didn't show in the trailer, like, how far he would go. I don't know exactly by how far they mean. Like, what could he do exactly? I mean, apparently something to really get... Like, I feel like he's gonna do something that really pushes Archie to get information. I don't know what it could be. Like, it doesn't give you any idea in the trailer. At least I don't think it does. So I'm intrigued about it. So that is basically what this is supposed to be about. Now, okay, so as we see in episode 12, we seen that... Wait, what is this? Okay, oh, let me just say this real quick. It sounds like the Cooper family will continue to endure quite a lot in next week's episode, something that Denton hinted at earlier this month. Sorry. You saw in season 1 the heated argument that Hal and Alice had. There's a lot going on here that people will find out about things eventually, and will kind of all tie into the intensity of different conversations and the reasons for that. But just on the surface, Hal's the only guy in this household. You bring in someone else into this, and it can ruffle some feathers just a bit. There's a bit of a learning curve with things, and it's going to be interesting to see how Hal takes to me. Okay. I mean, if Hal is upset or threatened by having another man in the house, that is so pathetic, and that is so Hal. But why I wanted to say that, because, you know, there is a lot of speculation that Chick is FP's son, and it kind of makes you think it because of how he's so against this kid that he knows nothing about and doesn't even try to get to know about, you know? But he does, but in a mean kind of way, you know? The Hal way. I personally, you know, think Alice and Hal need to just... Or, you know, stay married and she can have an affair with FP and he can continue on with his little midnight sessions with Penelope Blossom and... Ugh. But So, okay, so we had at the end of episode 12, we had the dead body in the Cooper house. Now, this person clearly knew Chick. He was there for Chick. How we found Chick, I don't know. Probably because Chick tells people. Because, yes, it is confirmed. Other people even said it. That the kid who came down the stairs, who was interviewing Chick for this job, is the kid from where Miss Grundy lived, who was getting lessons from her. So he is that kid. So that is confirmed. So he therefore could be a client. I mean, getting into a relationship with your teacher can kind of mess you up. It's different for different people. So he could be a client. So, I mean, if he is a client, therefore he knows where he lives. So many other people could know. And also a lot of people talk. It's not a big town, so it's not that hard to figure out, like, where he went, I'm sure. So, clearly he showed up, you know. We don't know exactly what happened. All we know is that he ended up dead on the floor because they smashed him over the head, I believe, with a lamp. Hard enough to where, I mean, there was a lot of blood. It basically looked like it cracked open his head. You have Alice cleaning up the blood, and you have Chick in the corner kind of like traumatized. And I don't know if it's because he's never seen it. Well, no, I don't think it's because he's never seen a dead body. I think maybe he might have killed him and he's like freaking out because what if the cops get involved and all this stuff comes to light and all that. Or maybe, you know, Alice killed him to protect Chick and it was just traumatic experience, you know, and Alice, of course, went into that mode to clean it up, cover it up, you know, get rid of it, because, you know, the guy has to do with Chick, but then it's like, it seems like there's so much more to this Cooper household that we don't know about. There is a lot of secrets, I think, in there that we don't know that eventually will come out over time. But, so with the dead body, we have, next episode, Betty and Alice getting rid of it in a sewage drain. And, you know, we're not sure about the whole not getting the cops involved. It's possibly because, you know, Chick is, possibly because Chick could be in trouble or arrested or whatever the case may be. They didn't want to get him involved. So they got rid of the body. And Betty already dealing with so much shit. This is a lot for someone to handle. I mean, of course, everyone's dealing with their own shit, but Betty especially is just, she can't catch a break, it seems. And so so a lot of people thought that in episode 13, the pictures of Betty having a breakdown in the bathroom and her and Cheryl talking in the hallway, we kind of assumed that it was because maybe Jughead found out about the kiss, but this makes a lot more sense. You know, she did just help cover up a murder. She probably doesn't know exactly why she helped cover up this murder and why this murder happened. I mean, she's overwhelmed and she just broke down and Cheryl was there, and I think Cheryl's gonna try and be a different kind of Cheryl, you know, the Cheryl we don't see as often, the caring Cheryl, who's gonna try and talk to her and ask her about what's going on. And there is this picture of her where she's talking to Betty and stuff, and then she has like this kind of judgmental face, and people think maybe it's because she tells her about the webcam stuff and she kind of is disgusted by it because her mom's also doing that gentleman caller stuff where she's basically a prostitute. But I don't really think that's the case. I mean, I don't feel like she would tell her about the webcam stuff. I don't think, of all people, Cheryl. But then again, you know, Cheryl and Betty have their moments and they are cousins, but they're frenemies, but they're cousins, but they're friends, enemies, you know. So I do think that Cheryl is going to try and help Betty. I'm not saying the whole episode, but maybe right there in that moment, she's going to try and help her instead of like, are you seriously breaking down in the bathroom? Like, really? Come on. Cliche much. You know, instead of being the normal Cheryl, I really think she's going to try and kind of get her to open up and, you know, not judge her and definitely not tell anybody. I don't see her going around and being like, oh my god, Betty told me this. No, I honestly do think she cares. She just doesn't show it. She has a heart, Cheryl. It's just, it takes a lot for her to want to show it. And it takes a certain person for her to show it. And it's when she wants to show it that she does. So with episode 13, we have basically, let me make sure I didn't get anything else. Hold on. Okay, also, because I had so many things turned up. Okay, so this is a site. This is just some things that people say. Um, there's a picture, from episode 13. You've probably seen it, of the whole gang in the lounge, like usual. And this person said the gang is going to meet up, but will Betty tell everyone what's happening? Now that she and Jughead are back together, she'll definitely clue him in. I personally don't see, if they're talking about the murder, I don't personally see, I mean, I just personally don't see her telling Jughead or telling anyone for that matter. I think this is something that shouldn't be told, and I'm sure Alice would agree. I mean, she might tell Jughead because she knows he wouldn't do anything, and then again, him and FP could help. But then again, let's not get FP involved in this, which he's not, because Alice and Betty get rid of the body. But he could still come back and kind of help them dispose of it completely, but I would hope not, because, he's trying to do better. But then again, Alice and FP scenes, no. But I don't think she'll clue them in about the webcam stuff or the murder. Maybe the murder with Jughead, but I don't really think so. I think that's going to be a Cooper secret. So that's one of the things. And now we have a picture with Hiram, Hermione, and Mayor McCoy, and it says, it looks like we'll have more scenes with the lodges and their business dealings. The mayor is now finally under their thumb. Yes, she is finally basically their bitch. That's politely as I can say it, I guess. But it is also confirmed that Fred and Hermione will be running for mayor in future episodes, which leads me to believe, is it Mayor McCoy's choice, or is perhaps she being kicked out for Hermione to be mayor? But I hope Fred wins. If that is the case, well, that is the case, but I hope Fred wins. But if she is under their thumb and she is okay with them doing what they're doing, then I'm curious as to why she's not going to be mayor anymore. So we shall see about that. What else? Okay, let me see. Hold on. Okay. How does not like Chick at all? My personal theory is... My personal theory is that it's because Chick is FP's and Alice's son. What do you think? Okay, like I said, now, yeah, because I just don't see Hal being threatened by another male being in the house, and it just makes no sense why he wouldn't want to get to know this kid. What's so bad about this kid? Is it because he was this mistake in your past that you just want to forget about? You got rid of him for a reason. You don't want to know him? Or is it because he is possibly FP's son? Perhaps they don't know it for sure, but it is a possibility. Maybe he knows that because, we did see in season 1 about how when FP came over for dinner before the whole dance, and they were talking about the senior prom and the fight Alice and Hal had. And it could have been about FP. It could have been about the baby. It could have been about possibly Chick being FP's son, and that might come out. And I think that would also... I think that would be... if it turned out to be Hal's son, I would like to know why exactly he's been acting like this. Because as of right now, it makes no sense except for he thinks that, or he knows that Chick is FP's son. But then again, you know what, Hal? Stay at the Blossom House because ain't nobody needs you around. Because Hal just pisses me off. Like, seriously. Okay. Then we also have... Okay. Then we have a lot of promo pictures of Archie and Veronica. And it says, from the promo photos, it looks like we'll be seeing more Archie and Veronica moments. Archie pretty much saved Hiram's life this week and ended another. Let's not forget that. I think we're overlooking that. Yes, he saved Hiram's life, but he also ended another life. So, where exactly do you draw the line? And he didn't tell the FBI agent. So... he's just getting deeper and deeper into it. I don't think he's realizing what he's doing. I think his feelings for Veronica is really clouding how he's handling the situation, and I think he really needs to focus on what his goal is here, and, also his father, that he's so worried about, and yet he's lying because of Veronica, Okay, so... And he told Veronica that he knows Hiram's a mobster. They're firmly and completely transparent and honest category now. That's not really true 100%. They're not in a completely honest relationship right now. Veronica doesn't know about Archie and the FBI. Archie also knows that Veronica lied about Nick St. Clair telling her parents, like about telling her parents about Nick St. Clair. I mean, they still have their secrets and lies just because, and she doesn't know that Archie saved Hiram's life, so that has something to do with it. And yeah, telling Veronica that Hiram's a mobster, that's nothing really too big. I mean, it's just him basically saying, look, I know your dad's a mobster. Like, I don't care, And, I mean, I'm not saying he should care, but, yeah, that's just one thing. Yeah, that's the honest part, He's, I know your dad's a mobster, I don't care and stuff. And that's kind of, I mean, I guess that'll make them get closer because now he's, you know, now she sees that he accepts her family completely, And it's just like, I don't know, I'm disappointed in Archie, and I just feel like his feelings for Veronica are just really getting in the way of a lot of things, and I just don't think it's going to end well. And I think, I understand you love her and everything, but there's a point where you have to draw a line, and there's a point where you have to think, is this the right thing I'm doing? Is this something I should be involved in? And if Agent Adams is going to take a step too far, it's because you're probably not doing anything, and therefore he's trying to get you to do something and could possibly put you in danger. And so you need to, I feel like Archie needs to start kind of, he either, he's clearly has to do this for his dad and for Veronica, but mostly his dad, so, I mean, he has to do this, so he needs to start telling Agent Adams what's up, and of course, still stuck in my head, what if he's not actually an FBI agent, which is another thing, stuck in my head, maybe he's the Black Hood. No, I'm joking, he's not, but that would have been so cool if he is. But I'm just saying, like, Archie, I think, we have this storyline of Archie, the FBI, getting in Hiram's life, but it's clouded a lot by Archie and Veronica and their relationship. A lot of times it focuses more on that than the actual storyline of the FBI, Archie, Hiram. You later on hear, oh, this guy wound up dead, shot in the back of the head, and then you piece things together and stuff. So with episode 12 and going to episode 13, so we're going to have the Coopers are going to be dealing with this dead body, whether we're going to exactly find out what happened, why this guy showed up, who is he, did Chick owe him money, what exactly led to all this. I mean, I don't, you see that Dark Betty's coming out a little more because she's doing this in her hands, and also I noticed in the promo and the trailer, that there's a part towards the end where, like, Betty is looking at something, it almost seems like a screen, and she kind of has, like, this shock or fascination or, like, some kind of look, and I'm wondering if maybe she found something out or discovered something. I don't know, it kind of just stuck out to me a little bit. But so I'm excited. So I'm interested to see exactly this whole murder situation. I definitely want to know all of it, everything leading up to it, everything afterwards. And, we're going to see Betty dealing with this, along with the webcam stuff, along with her darkness coming out. And, all these secrets that everyone's keeping and all these lies they're telling, it's affecting them tremendously. And it's most of the time affecting their life, and that's not good. So yeah, so going into episode 13, we're just going to see the whole dealing with the aftermath of the murder. We're gonna see possibly some more webcam stuff, maybe touching more on that. Something happens with it that, Betty needs Jughead's help with. We're gonna be seeing things happen with Archie and the FBI and Hiram, and we're gonna see Betty, kind of have a breakdown, have a moment, because she's dealing with all this stuff. And yeah, so I don't know, I just wanted to talk about kind of like episode 12 and going into episode 13 and read a few things I read, because I I'm definitely, you know, this murder is just shocking, and I just feel like there's so much more to it. But at the same time, I feel like there's just so much more to the Cooper household itself. I feel like they have dark secrets, and I want to know them. And so, yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. Yeah, I can't wait. So I hope you enjoyed this, and yes,